Oh, eventually, Minnie Mouse, I will manage to save you from the evil clutches of Maleficent, and then you will simply just having fallen in love with me. Hmm. Where was I? Anyway, I just had a sleep right there. Hey everybody, this is me, Mickey Mouse here, and I'm back from the Muxy Toys, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Super Mario 64 for the Nintendo 64. So last time we actually did finish up both worlds completely, which are the last 3 Power Stars in Dire Docks, and then also we managed to beat Snowman's Land for 100% completion on that world. And thanks to that, Mega Man was actually had a guest from that last video. So yeah, today for this video is that we're about to be hit on to the next new world in the game, which if you can tell from this painting right there, this is where we're gonna go to next. So yeah, so let's jump into it, shall we? And here we have course number 11, Wet Dry World. The first mission is Shocking Arrow Lifts. So let's get started. So the main premise of the main gimmick of this world is the fact that there's actually a water level, and because of that though, the water level is actually rising. And because of that though, the main premise of this level here is the fact that we have to constantly change in those water levels. But simply just touch that and then that's will happen. Because if you actually let the water either decreases or increases, you can do it whatever you wanted to. So yeah. So the first power star in this world is that we have to get onto this little moving elevator or moving platforms. And then basically every time when you stand on one of those, if these little directional arrows, in that way they'll actually just takes you to their destination point, which is right here. And here we have the first power star in this world, and because I actually got 83 power stars, so we literally almost there to 100 power stars. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool and awesome at the same time. So anyway though, onwards to the second mission. It's top of the town. Well, I mean say top of the town, but in the ultimate reality it just gets like a little just to know. So anyway though, for this mission right here, we all have to do is basically go all the way up to the top of the level, while simply put just navigating for those platforming platforming stuff. And then occasionally you might actually just try to avoid this new enemy actually introduced in this game, which I believe these are the bomb truckers. I think that's what I'm getting at, as well as another enemies that are actually down here, which are basically these chucking plate stuff. I'm not exactly sure what the specific enemy's name, but again, I haven't looked up on the Wikipedia for Super Mario 64 for a very long time. But anyway though, this is what you're supposed to do here. Just hop into that rotational platform and then just reach over there, and that will contain a power star with ease. So there you go. What's really cool about this level is that you can see there's a little town building background over there. It always kind of reminds me of Water Palace from Sonic Rush and Sonic Generations for the 3DS, and even Apotos from Sonic Unleashed, but somewhat almost close. Alright, the third mission is Secrets in the Shallows and Sky. So, basically the entire point of this mission here is that I think we need to decrease the water level, which is kind of a situational thing we have to deal with. Sorry about this little awkward silence here, guys. It's just because I'm just really exhausted or really tired. But don't worry though, until we get to the next video, I will eventually just try to keep up a bit with my pace. So yeah, that's all I'm going for. So yeah, we literally got 2 weeks to go until the Nintendo E3 press conference, and also that 13 days to go until the Microsoft and Sony department for E3 press conference. If that was going to be up, then I should be looking forward to this other stuff like I really hoping for. So anyway though, so basically the mission we're about to be hit into is the Secrets of the Shallows and Sky. There were 5 secrets to find in this place, and then basically I think the main sort of way to actually find those sort of things, 3 of them are basically the yellow estimation block blocks, and 2 of them are shifting those cubes. So there's the second one over there, and the third one which is actually shifted from, oh shoot. So yeah, but these things right here that they're trying to move around and they're trying to directly home in on you. Sometimes though, it might, if you stand on one of those little foot markings, he'll just simply trying to chuck you at the highest height. Sometimes these things can be relatively helpful for you, but sometimes though it can screw you over if you actually keep up your pace down. Because if you get your pace down, then it'll just immediately trying to get you if you actually landing on the ground, or laying on the ground I should say. But luckily for me, that you see this little key was actually rotating. This means these things are trying to move though. However, they immediately stopped. Somehow it magically happens when the key will start to rotate again. It also kind of reminds me of Mini Mario from the Mini Mario series. Anyway though, or in this case the Mario vs Donkey Kong series. So anyway though, and the last one all you have to do is just get all the way up to the top of that cage over there, and that's all of the secrets in, you know, Wet Dry World. So yeah, let's see if I can make it to a long jump from that part, just like last time. Come on, please make it, please make it, please make it, please make it. What a icing on the cake right there. And almost there to actually get up to 50 coins, because even then, if I get 50 coins and then finish the mission, I simply get an extra life from that if I finish that. So, yeah, there we go. The third mission in this world is being accomplished. So now let's move on to the next one. So, which is essentially Express Elevator Hurry Up. So, yeah, remember that hurry up, little catchphrase. That's also heavily borrowed from WarioWare games. Whenever Wario, if you actually have a Wario amiibo, if you look at his back, then it just say "hurry up" onto that on the back clothing on whatnot. That's actually pretty cool to actually just to look at it, as well as the WarioWare games if you want to count for that. So anyway. So, in order you're supposed to do here is to actually decrease the water level all the way down and then bust out of this brick block right there, because you can't simply punch these things when you're in swimming underwater. So, yeah, this one that goes nowhere. I remember when I was a kid that whenever I first time saw this this game right here, the first ever image I actually discovered for this game, it was actually from this world right here, which I'm assuming is when I usually did normally have a Nintendo official magazine, but I don't have it anymore because even then I just had a outdated magazines or something like that. I did not meant to bust out this brick block right there. So anyway though, you activate the switch and then acts like a staircase with those brick blocks as you can see. And then all you have to do is pretty simple, just have to step onto the left part of this little platform because this will come down. But you have to be very quick though, because if you do not make it in nick of time, then the platform will start to race up again, and that means you have to redo the climbing part again. So you have to be really fast and just be cautious with this. So yeah, that's all the main premise of this mission's about. So yeah, let's grab that power star and there we go. And I believe in the next mission, I might simply just do a 100 coin power star mission, and then also, I believe it or not, that you can actually depend on what your jump height it is. Oh yeah, before I go into that, mission number 5, go to town for red coins. Now, as far as I had mentioned for this briefly a little bit, that depending on your jump height of if you're about to jump into a painting. That was actually really clever is that if you're depending on what jump height you actually be using, not only do you actually trying to go ahead and just well, trying to enter a level and then select any mission whatever you wanted to, but also the water level actually increases or decreases every time when your jump height is precision enough. By the way, the Bob-omb Buddy will actually allows you to use the cannon on this level. So yeah. Pretty easy way to get the cannon right there, but I'm actually going for the 100 coin power star for this particular mission as well, so I think I'll just do that eventually. So yeah. So yeah, depend on if you're actually trying to use the backflip, or in this case, like, the simple jump, or yeah, this is usually a simple jump. And what happens is that the water actually decreases or increases, depends on what jump height you're actually going to be doing and approach into the painting. If you jump just a little bit, then if you jump into the painting, the water level actually decreases into that little height. So, and then if you actually jump really high, if you use the backflip for instance, you simply put that water level actually actually increases even more. So yeah, it's all a matter of from the jump height for that as well. But there's also another way you can actually decrease the water level or the increasing the water level while simply just touching those little diamond looking in this case the little force gem looking colored multicolored switches. By the way, the blue coin switch is actually located in here, and then it'll send us just only 6 blue coins. So that will lead me to 30 coins. Oh dear me, sorry about that fellas, it's just, you know, I'm still really tired at this point because even then though, I can't help it for myself that I was so close nearly at the E3 press conference this year. So even then though, I'm forgetting about some things. So yeah, I have no idea why the little jingle right there when I was gonna think I was gonna hit that exclamation mark block over there, but I think this might actually be the easiest 100 coin Power Star missions because not only the arena itself doesn't have too many bottomless pits and well, there's so many ways to die, although the only time you might die a few times is that enemy contacts, which are basically some amps, flame jumps, and as well as the little shock thing contraptions. That assuming if you actually drop in the highest height or something like that, you immediately will get hurt by it no matter what. Yeah, I see that right there. Sometimes that it can be really nice to you, and then sometimes it'll just makes it more likely a really jerky placement. Like, take one the Nintendo Capri-san, who actually just discovered for this world. That he actually got killed by this chucker things, and then he despised those things. Which I totally agree with that, but at the same time, these guys are not too much of a threat though, in my opinion. But anyway though, let's grab those coins for those little exclamation mark blocks. Luckily though, you still can, but also the fact is that some of these, too many coins are literally interested in one of those secret stars, basically. Like, we actually got plenty of these coins over there, right off the bat. And also another thing is that the arena itself is actually a bit smaller, although it's kind of really high from the height of the level. But from what I've noticed is that this level is actually really small from the looks of it. But there's no many bottomless pits everywhere. And also another thing you can die on this level is by drowning. So if you actually run out of air meter. So anyway though. I remember used to be in this section right there that one of these commercials that it was actually called Super Mario Got Milk, which actually shows the footage of Super Mario 64, what the kids are playing. I think he actually has like just only 4 Mario lives and not exactly sure how much coins they got. I think they got 0 coins, and then they got 37 power stars, and then one time that that Mario was actually trying to make it to that ledge over there with that little platform, as you can see, where I did manage to make it there no problem. And then somehow that Mario kept on smacking into his wall, and then what happens is that Mario comes out of a television, which is really remarkable from the look of it. And then Mario simply just right onto the skateboard and whatnot, and then just bounce on the bouncy ball or whatever. And then after that, he actually immediately goes through the fridge, and then he drinks a whole load of milk, which is pretty good, by the way, if you guys want to get some muscly beltings and stuff like that. And then after when Mario is actually drinking a lot of milk, then he grows even gigantic, especially if you actually walk back into the television. And then basically Mario goes for this little platform right there he couldn't sort of reach. That he becomes a Mega Mario, which, sure enough, that's actually really cool to actually thinking that that Mario has actually come out of TV for the first time, which is pretty clever, I gotta admit, dog. So yeah. So anyways, back onto that mission I was going to discuss about this, is that in order to actually get to the town part right there, we have to use the cannon part, or the cannon, when you actually, as usual, ask the Bob-omb buddy, so that if you actually talk to him, then you should be able to access that cannon of this world. And then this will actually leads us, if you use the cannon, it'll shoot you over to that little hole right there. And that will actually allows us to actually get into this small town, which, yeah, and let's decrease the water level so that we can run around with it. So, yeah, that's actually pretty good stuff. And I'm pretty sure for that switch over there, that I think it might actually activate the platforms. But, normally I do this like without them, but at the same time, if you guys who haven't played this game for abundance, or in this case, well, forget what I said. Anyway though, so as usual, we're going to be finding those red coins, 8 red coins in this case. So, the ones that were hidden, which are basically hidden inside the these little brick blocks. However, there's one exception to actually find the red coin in throughout, which I think it was at the rooftop of this little castle display, which I'm assuming if you can see up the top there. So, yeah, that's basically how we can do for that little mission right there. And then basically what the premise is for this mission right here is that we have to constantly get onto these different buildings or building rooftops. And then, basically what this is that it means is that there's red coins that appeared in some of these building rooftops. So, yeah, that's basically what we could do from that part. So, yeah. So I'm kind of surprised about this actually, because even though that this is the last day of May this year, so even then, until the next video of next video of any of the Mugsy Toys videos department, will be up until tomorrow. Will be the first ever June video, which should be pretty exciting and pretty hyped for that actually, because you know, again, that E3 press conference is getting closer. As well as another thing I'd like to point out is that the Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games is almost going to be approaching to the Wii U. And also the Sonic's 25th anniversary event. What could possibly who might as well actually bring up? Well, either the next Sonic the Hedgehog game, although technically there's Sonic Boom Fire and Ice coming on their way, which sure enough, I think it was technically a spin-off game. Which sure enough, that is true. And then, I was hoping for a Sonic Adventure 3 or Sonic Generations 2, because Sonic Generations is probably one of my favorite 3D Sonic games, or even the modern Sonic games department right there. And I was hopefully I'm begging for Sonic Adventure 3, because even though some Sonic fanboys seem to think that Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 was technically supposedly the true Sonic Adventure 3, but it's really almost very similar to the likes of Sonic Adventure 1 and especially Sonic Adventure 2. Well, a little bit in Adventure 2, but mostly Adventure 1. So, yeah, because of those different gameplay styles and stuff like that. So anyway though, so I was hoping that it will bring back some of the elements from the past Sonic Adventure games from the Dreamcast era, so I was hoping for that. So anyways though, when you grab all of these 8 red coins in this small town, then the power star is right up inside in this little castle doorway, but even though that it was immediately open, you know it does have a hole inside right there. So anyway though, so I think I might as well do one more mission on here, so even though I might get 7 power stars in this video. Quick race throughout, no, I can't speak of the what mission is actually called again, because I'm way too fast and a bit too hasty for my part, but anyway though. So, yeah, for this mission right here is that, it's basically very similar to the 5th mission that we actually did manage to done before. Oh, come on, Mario, jump! I have no idea why I say that. It's probably because it constantly reminds me of that commercial for that Mario's Got Milk thing. Yeah, right there. Yeah, it does remind me of that. Anyway, though, enough about that. So let's concentrate on this mission. So basically, it's very similar to the 5th mission in this level. But except the only difference is that rather than collecting red coins, but instead we actually do a specific mission that we can actually do with that little section right there. And correct me if I'm correct about this, but basically I have to use the Vanish Cap for this mission because as far as I know that already, I think that in the usage when it comes to the Vanish Cap anyway, the usage on the Vanish Caps is pretty much almost like limited of 4 missions. Because one time that we actually did use the Vanish Cap, where you use it from is the one of the Castle Secret Power Stars, and there's also another one which was the Big Boo's Hunt, and another one which was this mission here, and I believe the another one was actually the Snowman's Land into the Igloo. I'm pretty sure that's what I was gonna think of, but as far as what I can tell, that oh yeah, another one of those is actually what's the mission's called again? Collect the caps from Dire Duck. So at least there was only 5. So yeah, at least I was expecting that though. Anyway, so let's go ahead and swim back into this usual spot right there. So, and then eventually we're gonna find the Vanish Cap. But first things first, we have to decrease the water level first before we continue. Which, sure enough, that's pretty much all there is to it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can guarantee that I might as well get 7 power stars in this video, so even though it's not much, although not as much as it used to be though, for what I've remembered, but you know, kind of like how I did it on, well, I don't know. So anyways, we grab the Vanish Cap right there, and what's cool about the Vanish Cap as well, from that, you can actually clip that into solid walls, which sure enough, that's actually pretty cool too. So the entire portion of this mission right there is that we have to go all the way up over there, so you can either wait for until the Vanish Cap vanish, or in this case fades, or you can simply just use the triple jump in order to make it all the way up. So but what makes this mission so tricky, I found, is the fact that the camera angle was a bit too off at that point. Because you see that little bars of gates is actually constantly blocking my viewpoint. Which, to be honest, that I can't seem to actually know where I am, which that does kind of buggy me for this mission right here. So let's try this perspective right here, without even falling off first. Ah, that doesn't work. So you could either wait for the Vanish Cap to fade for the wall jumps to actually perform. Stupid camera angle. Oh, crying out loud. But yeah, that kind of bugs me for that camera angle position right there. So, yeah. So what's that mission's called again? This mission is called Quick Race Through Downtown. Okay, I guess I must have read it too late. So anyways, let's go ahead and finish this video right here. So next time on Let's Play Super Mario 64, is that we're about to be headed off to another new world in the game, onto this painting right over there. So see you guys next time. Later, fellas. At least I love painting anyway.